I strongly believe the reason the version of the French Revolution hasn't happened in America yet is because of racism. Yes, my white ass said racism. The working class retaliating against the elite has been a very real fear since before America was a country. Race was invented in 1676 because white indentured servants and enslaved Africans joined together to try to overthrow the Virginia elite, and ended up not being successful because their leader suddenly died of dysentery. But it scared the elite enough to start making the Virginia slave codes. Slavery had been around. Africa was already being exploited for slave labor. But other races, which we didn't really call them that, other nationalities and continents were also being exploited. And indentured servitude among poor Europeans was also very common, and they would live in similar quarters, indentured servants and African slaves. But that was too risky for the elite because they became friends. And then there were too many of them versus the elite. And this is why segregation is important and is in all of the major racist systems from the US to apartheid. Because once the poor start making friends and identifying who the real problem is, rebellions start. So Virginia shifted from having, anybody might be enslaved to it is only people with the identifiable marker of dark skin. We're going to rely on that more than indentured servitudes, and we're going to give the white guys the opportunity to own land, even if it's just a little bit, which compared to all the wealth the plantation owners had was not a lot, but it gave them something to lose. And then what does that give the white women? Well, you got to stand by your man if you want to have that land, even though you don't own it and even though you can't vote about it. It's better than the alternative. I went through this in detail on my blog in September, Tables Over Fences. It's on my website, drkarlschmidt.com. It's linked with resources. You can verify and know that I'm not bullshitting you. But people ask me all the time as a social class scholar, is it really about class and not race? And I say no, race was invented because of class. And until we confront our racism, classism will win.